Hey everyone, Sam here with Windy City Production. It's that time of the year to give a quick update. This video is going to be relevant, of course, for our current clients, our future clients, and of course our past clients. There's a little bit of something for everyone. I'm really excited to share some updates here. So let's just dig in. So we are having a blast. Katie and I, to this point as well, have edited every single wedding, whether I shot it, Katie shot it, or any of our associates. We have edited every single wedding. And these are some of the best weddings we have seen ever. And that's something we always strive to do as a company and as a team, is to continually lift the bar. Last year's work was last year's work. That's unacceptable moving forward. We're always looking to add new value and increase our skill sets across the board. And we've made some investments across the board, and we're seeing some great returns. So we are very, very excited. And if you are a most recent client and you've received your photos or videos, man, I've gotten great praise back. We're thankful that you guys entrusted us to capture the big day. And more importantly, we're very happy to hear that you've enjoyed your videos and photos. And there was a few other surprises for some people there, which has been awesome. So moving on, we are approaching the second half of the year. And even so, we want to take the bar even further than where we were in the first half of the year. So we're really gearing up here for an incredible fall. I'm going to talk on a few things, so hang in there for a minute. But before we go there, I want to touch on the most recent issue we dealt with, and that's life, where there's always going to be issues, and it's how you handle those, right? That shows true color and character. That's what I believe. So on a personal side, me and Katie really try not to share our personal lives, but I ended up sick again. It seems to be a reoccurring theme, at least for the last few years. The last big flare-up I had of this nature was the fall of 2019. And it happened again. So I had a really bad kidney infection. It is miserable to deal with. I shot through it. So I had a 3-pack a wedding, and it's kind of crazy because some of my favorite weddings are actually the ones throughout, when I look back in history, the ones where I was sick or dealing with an issue, whether a surfboard hit me in the head or just being sick. Maybe I speculate it's that fight or flight, and when stuff hits the fan, man, I tend to just pull through and really give it what I can. So yes, I had a kidney infection. I wasn't able, obviously can't pass it to someone else, but it was miserable to shoot through. I did my absolute best, brought it, still had 2 of the 3 weddings, had some epic day of edits. The third would have, but we just didn't have the time for it in the timeline. They didn't create enough time for me to pull that off. I think that speaks volumes as far as still going above and beyond, giving that incredible experience. Not only that, but the team also stepped up just to make sure I was okay. I also brought a fellow associate because we weren't sure how well I was going to hold up the first day, and I wanted to make sure that safeguard was put in place. So of course, 10 years we haven't missed a wedding. There's a reason why we make these investments, okay? Either way, I'm very proud of the team for stepping up and being willing to come along and make sure that, of course, everything was going well and keep tabs on me. But either way, yes, it's been a crazy 2 weeks, so that I've not been in the studio. And if you didn't know, I also welcomed my first child back in February. So that has been an incredible journey that we absolutely love every minute of. That also brought in a lot of changes, as you can imagine. Having a company such as ours and doing as many weddings as we do, it was me and Katie really kind of sharing the workload. And obviously Katie being an extraordinary mom, I really want her to focus more on that. Now she still has a big input and does a substantial amount of editing on the photo side of things, and I do as well. But I've really tried to take on the role of doing emails and phone calls and things of that nature. So yes, I've not been in the studio for about the last 2 weeks. 2 weeks ago, obviously, I shot through the pain. This past weekend, this will add some context, I did not have my name on any contracts. I actually sat the Saturday out, believe it or not. I sat the weekend out. You would have to look very far back in history to see that. I'm just trying to heal up and gear up for the rest of the season. So I'm really taking my health serious for you guys, because I know I need to be able to give my best. But at the same time, this wasn't something simple. This is it's weird, it's crazy. For any guys that have this chronic kidney issue, feel free to reach out. It goes everywhere throughout, the system. It just sucks. Hang in there. I'd love to be a wealth of knowledge. Of course, refer to your medical experts, but If you need someone to kind of reach out to and kind of pick their mind, I'd love to share at least what I've done and what I'm doing to try to alleviate certain pain and issues and the specialists I've seen and continue to see and things of that nature, okay? I could go, it's been a long process, a life-changing process for whatever, 3 years. I don't want to hinder on it. I just wanted to give an update and context for where I've been, which also brings me to the next point, and that is kind of the hierarchy. I want to make sure I establish this and kind of talk about this. And when I think about a hierarchy, I want to let people know kind of what my priorities are. In the past, I think we've made a mistake, and our priorities in our life were sincerely the business, always. Communication with clients was next. So editing first, communication with current clients, whether emails, phone calls, things of that nature, and then personal health and family followed that. And that's how I got sick, to be honest, is overdoing it, right? I have that problem, right? I need to make sure I'm putting my health at a much higher position, and it's hard for me to make that change, but I've been trying to make that change and I'm going to continue to try to make that change. And also having a family now makes a big difference. So as far as the hierarchy goes, I really want to drive this home to you guys. Yes, I'm completely committed to this company. I'm committed to improving the product, but at the same time, I realize I gotta be healthy, because me not being healthy is not good for my clients, okay? It's not good for the product, it's not good for the company, it's not good for the team. We need to bring our all, okay? And the way I see the hierarchy is I need to have health and family up top. That needs to be the most important thing. Like shooting 3 days through a fever of 102 degrees and just being completely miserable and knowing you should probably be in the hospital, that's not good, man. Like that's not good for my health long term. That's not smart for my family, things of that nature. I need to make sure I put health, of course, high and family high up there, okay? And it needs to be that first. That really needs to be important. And I need you guys to understand that. Following that, I also want to stress editing always takes priority for me. I'm so committed to the best product. For me, I really need to dial in. I need to, turn off the phone. I need to get away from the communication. I gotta dive deep and really just be in the edit. That's what me and Katie typically do. So there are times where people are reaching out by phone calls or text messages or emails, and we're not trying to ignore you. I promise that. What we are is we're deep in an edit. We're trying to give our absolute best for that, okay? I assure you that. Now, we also put some safeguards in place because I know some people in the past have obviously expressed that frustration. For the last 2 years, anyone that has a dire issue, you can schedule a meeting anytime with me. The point is I need some heads up. So a random phone call when I'm editing throws me off and really, takes me out of the zone, right? So please, I'd love to connect with you. I'd love to see how I can help you out. Questions, regards, whatever it may be. But do me a big favor, please schedule that meeting. You can do anytime through our website. Look, I've put in my voicemail, I've put in my email responders. It's everywhere, encouraging people to schedule a meeting. I want to make sure when I connect with you that I'm dedicated to connecting with you, just like I'm dedicated when I'm editing. I want to give you my full attention, not half-assed, excuse my language, when I'm chatting with you. Like, that's just not my approach. I want to do it right, guys. So do me that huge favor. Understand, once again, that I want to connect with you. If you have any issues, please schedule a meeting. I want to make sure I have that dedicated time for you. Also, I can't thank you enough for understanding my hierarchy. It's really important. Once again, I want the best overall balance and best product for my clients, and of course, personal health. That's really important. Moving on, we're giving $10,000 away at the end of this year. Yeah, crazy. I still feel like a lot of people don't realize it or haven't heard of it. It's there's no cost to enter. I'm literally giving free money away. We've rolled out past videos about that. Please check it out. Ask whoever's shooting your wedding day, hey, tell me more about this $10,000 giveaway you guys are giving. We'd love to kind of fill you in on it. The whole concept was to help create better photos and videos. So please don't be bashful. Please, we'd love to connect with you, tell you a little bit more about it. Let's get at it. Let's have this incredible end of the year. I really want to make it fun. I want to have it competitive. I want it to be a new adventure, right? So if you'd like to play a part, we'd love to obviously, hopefully encourage you to play a part towards that, and hopefully you're selected. But it's going to be up to the community as a whole. So moving on, this is the juicy one. So for our future clients, there's been so much going on behind the scenes for the last 2 years, okay? So much that I don't want to The best way for analogy for me to tell you this is the company is a living, breathing thing in many respects, right? And when you make big changes, for me, the best way to describe it is like trying to swap an engine as you're driving. So it's not easy. Like what I've been working on is literally industry shaking. Like it's going to completely revolutionize everything. It's nothing like anyone has ever seen. It adds the most value ever to the client and to the shooters and to WCP. It's a win for all three. It's going to be groundbreaking. It's going to be absolutely mind-blowing. I've been getting a ton of feedback. We've been slowly implementing certain elements of it, working with it with the team. Man, I'm so excited to share it. It's incredible, and we're going to be launching that here very soon. So keep your eyes and ears out for that. In addition to that, we're always experimenting. I'm always experimenting, looking to add new value. That's something I'm very adamant about. That's another thing. Some people are like, hey, I emailed you yesterday, why aren't you on it? There's a good chance I could be working on a video like this or even on other projects. Another project I've really been working on is understanding the difference and the possibilities between a single shooter who's shooting both photo and video and someone who isn't. And we're at a pivotal time. I've also put some videos out on that, and I've been making it happen. So much so that from this day forward, new announcement, groundbreaking, any and all engagement sessions with Katie and Sam, they come with the additional caveat of a small video. Yes, you heard me right. I've been doing engagement photo sessions, and I've been shooting video without the couples even knowing, and then I deliver the video afterwards, and they're like, this is crazy. We didn't even know you were shooting video. That's the beauty of it, and they love it. It's this little teaser, and it's kind of fun to kind of have to announce to people. So that's going to be incorporated in all of our engagement sessions, only Sam and Katie engagement sessions moving forward. The associates, unfortunately, I'm not able to add that in. In addition to that, I have also been really heavily experimenting with various slideshow elements for our photo couples. So many couples have received these unique slideshows, and I'm continuing to look into that avenue and trying to implement it as much as possible. Now, these are all free. Like, please don't book us on these things. I'm always experimenting, looking to have new ways to add value to people, but don't book me under the assumption that, hey, I might get a free slideshow. Don't do that. Book me because you want an extraordinary shooter who's going to, once again, give you hopefully the best value you can find in the industry, right? In addition to that, I officially received in my hands the latest wedding album. Now, I'm also tackling the concepts of where value really is, because there's so many of these companies out there that will tell you, oh, with our package, you get a $2,000 wedding album. Do you guys really know how much these albums cost? Well, I do. And we've approached it completely different over the years. We've never really, the way we've approached is we just charge a design fee and then we charge costs for the album. And I think you guys are gonna be absolutely blown away and shocked with the quality album you can now buy. And I think I paid $200 for a quality leather lay flat wedding album. I'm so excited to show you guys. Yes, these albums that people are trying to tell you they're $2,000, complete lie. $200. Now, as far as the design goes, yes, there's probably a fee there. You could always have us design it. You could even design it yourself. The album provider that I bought it from has a built-in designer where I think from what I remember, you can hit a button and it like auto-populates. I wouldn't recommend that, but maybe to start, and then you can kind of tweak and fine-tune it the way you want it to look. But the point is, I'm looking for ways to continue to liberate my clients and show them ways to have value, because here's my thought. I feel like some people, they go in and they make the choice because maybe an album to go with a different company, and that's totally fine. But I want people to be able to do a best apples to apples comparison, because in my mind, the best shooter is going to give you the best value. Because if they give you the tools, the files to do anything you want with them, the sky's the limit. Here's an example. You can have the best wedding album ever. Maybe it costs $1,000, like gold lace paid, whatever, top of the line. But if you have a bad photographer, it doesn't matter how good the album looks on the outside. When you open it, it's still gonna look like garbage. You know what I mean? At the same time, you can have an extraordinary shooter and a subpar album, and that album, I assure you, as you look through it, is gonna have more value and be perceived of higher quality because of the quality in the photos, right? And that's where it comes back to is, what matters most. And everyone's going to make that decision themselves. But in my mind moving forward, we simply want to be the best shooters and editors. There's album companies out there. You don't need us to do that. And I don't want to rob my clients. That's just our process, okay? For us and our clients, we really want to liberate them. So keep an eye out for that because I have it in hand. I'm going to do a thorough breakdown walking people through, because if you've used us, past clients, you can go buy this epic album yourself, $200. It's beautiful. Totally up to you as far as that goes. Now, final note here as I wrap things up, because I'm a talker and it looks like I'm already rambling on far too long. So thank you for hanging in there. Current clients who your wedding has not happened, we're approaching the big day. Just a friendly reminder, guys, we need you to schedule your final meeting and fill out your questionnaire, okay? We also roll out an epic video to really highlight and kind of help make some great suggestions when thinking through what matters most to you on your wedding day. So do us a huge favor, watch through that video. It's even on the questionnaire. It's like the first thing that pops up on the questionnaire to help you out. But yes, please fill out the questionnaire, schedule your final meeting. We'd love to sit down with you before the big day so we can understand your vision. I do want to reiterate once again, I know I talked about this a little bit earlier, but I've made the habit. It's in my voicemail. It's in my email. It's on the website. If you need to contact me, please help me out. Schedule a meeting. Showing up at my studio randomly, that's not helping me out. I'm editing and that's just, it's crazy. Like, you could schedule it. No one's stopping you or blocking you from scheduling a meeting. Like, that's the beauty of it. I've given you an open door policy as far as scheduling the meeting. I want to be dedicated to you. It's not cool when people show up randomly at my door. We've been here 10 years. I get some people where they freak out. They're like, you didn't respond to my email. I emailed you 2 days ago. You emailed me on a Friday. We shoot on the weekends. Like, and if we shoot Friday, Saturday, Sunday, there's a good chance I'm taking Monday off. When I say taking off, I'm editing and unplugged. So the earliest I'm gonna get to that email is Tuesday. And if you emailed me Friday, yeah, that's a big gap. We're not hiding from you. We're not running from you. Your questions and concerns are important to us. Schedule a meeting. I wanna make sure I have that dedicated time to address your concerns. Also, we have a fantastic facts page. Feel free to, highly recommend, utilize it. Dig into it, check it out. There's a good chance your question's already been asked. Guys, I really appreciate you, certainly appreciate you tuning into this video. Apparently I can't speak now. I'm so very excited. Keep an eye out. There's a lot of videos I'm gonna be rolling out. And of course, that ground shaking industry complete revamp here at Windy City Production. Yes, I'm changing the engine as we drive or fly, and it's wild. Thank you for coming along for this ride, and have a great night, guys.